What up, Bulls Nation? Peck here. We got a live CHGO Bulls postgame going up for y'all right around the corner. Buzelis, career high 24. He didn't miss. Is it a coincidence or is it a sign that that is what we saw tonight in the first game post Zach LaVine trade? We're breaking it down next.
Five, 4, 3, 2, go guys.
What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls postgame. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That's Big Dave. Bam! BAWL Sports, 4-time champ, Uncle Will, man in the middle, Will_Perdue 32, and the one and only queen of the controls. With us as always, the one and only KW. What up, K8?
Hi.
Bulls win.
Bulls
Hi.
win. Slam!
Bulls win.
One more.
Bulls win.
Backhand from Will Perdue.
Bulls win.
And drop the bomb across their modest loving faces. Coming at you.
Bulls win.
Modest! We need to change that ending to just say Modest! Free Modest! Oh my goodness. Lots to talk about in this win. You know, maybe a bit unexpected win, but obviously both teams playing shorthanded. Some of that with Bulls and, you know, their new guys arriving in the trade who may stay, may not being suited up tonight. But because obviously the headline is Modest, let us kick off a new segment that we are going to be doing these days.
I'm being told there's some issues with the audio, so
You
we're
said
gonna hold the new segment.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll hold the new segment.
That's audio.
Modest.
Mm-hmm.
Modest. I'm so excited. I'm
Yes.
so excited about Modest.
He's busting at the seams for some Modest. Oh, someone says mics are off.
Whose mic's on?
Better?
We good? We're good?
All right.
All right. Bulls beat the Heat. Modest Buzelis career high is the headline. And let's take that opportunity to kick off this new recurring segment from our new fun sponsors, Sam Adams, American Light, that we're calling What's Brewing. Great sound. Great sound, even better taste.
It is good beer.
Oh my gosh. Light beer just got better. Grab
Yeah.
some Sam Adams American Light. Available now. It's like Chicago. Retailers must be 21 and over. Please drink responsibly.
Pretty darn
And
delicious.
drink this because it's freaking tasty.
Pretty darn delicious. Guys.
So, guys, what's brewing?
yes.
I think the answer is Modest Buzelis is brewing.
Yeah.
He played a career-high number of minutes off the bench. He scored a career-high 24 points.
Yeah.
And the young man did not miss a shot. 10 of 10.
Yeah.
Scored inside.
Yeah.
Scored outside.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
You know what? Usually I'm not the pat myself on the back kind of guy. It's not me.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it is. You know, but overall, it's not
Can
me.
I call bullshit on that?
Overall, it's not, Will. That's a fact. You can call it. I'm going to say you're wrong. That's not me. That's Matt.
I was going to say, comparatively, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, no. I do call it when I'm right.
You don't love
and I
patting
feel
yourself
like
on the
it.
back nearly as much as I
Yeah,
do.
it's not my thing, man. But I'm going to do it on this time, right here. Because from the first time I watched this dude's tape, and I came in and I sat right here, and I was like, dude, this dude is good. He was the only one. When we were watching, we were talking about the draft. He was the only one that made me actually say things when I was watching him perform. I'm like, oh, yo, whoa, yo, he's good. Wow, damn. When we went to the draft, I was uber excited during the whole show that they were able to get him because I couldn't believe that he went to number 11. That was crazy that he went to number 11. But I was like, dude, I thought he was incredible. I really thought he was dope. Matt, you sat with me in Summer League and listened to me gush about this dude pretty much the entire time when we were there in Summer League. And then he paid dividends in that Summer League because we watched him start dunking on everybody together when that happened. Then when I got a chance to actually sit with him and talk to him, it just grew even more. And I was just like, oh, this dude is serious. This dude can play. He's got it. He has that thing. Watching it pay off like this just, lets me know, oh, I'm not that crazy. I am crazy, but not that crazy. And I'm like, cool. Modest Buzelis is serious. I loved after the game when they said, when KC was talking to him and he was like, hey, you had 24 points, 10 out of 10. How do you feel? He said, hey, just hope I can do it the next game. That's the humility and confidence in how he said it leapt off the screen because it wasn't cocky, but he was damn confident. Like, yeah, man, let me do it again. Hopefully I can do it again next game. But the way he said it was like, you damn right I'm going out there to do it again the next game. I loved the way he played. It was inside and it was outside. He always said his three-point shot was the reason he wasn't the number 1 draft pick because of his three-point shooting was
for his
in the 30s.
Night season.
It was in the mid-30s. But once he got that with Peter Patton, you see the kind of player you can have out there on the floor, somebody who's going to affect on the offensive side and the defensive side. We saw him in one-on-one matchups really taking it to certain guys. Jaquez didn't know what to do. When he went up against him, man. The guards, when they got switched on him, made sure that they gave the ball quickly out of their hands because he knows how to move his feet. And he's eager to block the shot, but he knows timing really, really well. And Will, you as a tall person understand that. But he was just so good. And you're watching his IQ just leap off the floor when he's out there playing. He's so smart when he's out there. He knows how to move. He knows how to be in the way. He knows how to be out of the way. He knows how to run the floor. He knows how to spot up. He knows when to stand in the corner. He knows when to demand the basketball. He knows when to take you in the post. He knows when he's got a smaller dude on him and I'm just going to put my elbow into him and go to work. The man drew a charge out here. That's for a rookie. For me, that's pretty difficult to do because he was just getting back down. Nope, drew a charge. Bulls are dead last in the league in charge. It's not something they do. Modest took one, man. Great defender, great offensive game. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. And like he said, I expect more of this.
All right.
Borrow your phone.
I'm going to preface this by saying I'm probably going to catch some heat for this.
Okay.
Oh, the Miami Heat?
Are you about to? You here to throw water on the Modest Buzelis fire party?
Well, let's see where he's going.
No,
let's see where he's going.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit.
I left the bat over there, Will.
One game
I put a
because
cinder block on the gas pedal. Will.
Yes, right. Seriously, Will. What are we doing?
Let me see. I specifically remember a Pat Williams rookie year where he had a really good game. And
did you just say
Don't
Patrick
do that.
Williams
Don't
to
do
this?
that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
no, I'm just being real because I want to make sure.
Real downer.
Call it whatever you want. All right. But I'm just being transparent. Okay. There are aspects of his game that are better than Pat's from square one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to refute that, but it's one game. Did I went to the game tonight. Did I love what I saw? Absolutely. Do I like his attitude? Yeah. You know what the best thing about this whole game was tonight? As you pointed out in the post-game press conference, he seemed pissed.
Yes.
He wasn't happy with his performance.
Yeah.
What I would have liked
For
KC
sure.
to ask him was what is it about your performance you don't seem too happy about? Because, I mean, you seem grateful, but yet you're not happy about something. I would have liked to have known what is it about his game tonight that he's thinking about, okay? Now, I'm not saying he's a great player, okay, but that's what great players do.
Yes.
Regardless of – and that's kind of like – that's the internal struggle that great players have. You may, as an individual, be like, dude, you scored 30. You grabbed 14 rebounds. You had 18 assists. Man, let's go out and tip a couple back and celebrate. But in their mind, they're like, yeah, but, I had 2 turnovers. I missed my teammates a couple times. I'm disappointed I missed 2 free throws. So I'd like to know what he was thinking outside of, hey, I got to do it again tomorrow. Now, step up in talent tomorrow. Let's see how he does. Let's see how he responds. Okay? I think we've all said from day one that, we feel like mentally this kid can handle failure.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that's what made it so frustrating about why is he not playing more?
Yeah.
And Billy basically alluded to the fact that he's got to earn it. So that almost made us think like, okay, maybe he's not doing something he should be doing. But there wasn't a lot of clarity, so we just let it go. But I think that we can honestly say that he's earned it.
I think you can say that now if you couldn't have said it before. And you said you're wondering, why did it seem like he was maybe a little ticked off in that post-game interview? There was a shot of him when they came back from commercial after that late timeout. It was like maybe 4 minutes and change left in the game. And Billy had just taken him out.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody I saw in the comments earlier talking about, like, love that Modest played 30 minutes tonight, like, but would have loved to see him play the closing minutes, the down the stretch minutes, which Patrick Williams did play. And, like, there was a shot of Modest on the broadcast, and you saw him, like, right after he got subbed out. He looked hot.
Yeah.
Like, it looked not like I'm going to throw a tantrum because I'm not playing. It looked like the frustration of a young man who was having a good game and wanted to be out there on the floor to finish it,
right,
and help his team get a W.
He's a competitor.
Yeah. Which I love. If that's the reason, I'm just saying maybe you're saying he's not satisfied with his performance. He thought he could have done something better, and that's why it seemed like he had that vibe. I'm just suggesting alternative is he's pissed because he wanted to finish the game.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just be a little realistic and remember he's a rookie, so he's going to kind of be up and down.
Sure.
Okay, and listen, ego being, it's not about downer pills. It's about being realistic.
Yeah.
I look at the game different. I'm not a fan. Woo! He dunked the ball. He's got 2 points tonight. We're done. Let's get out of here. Let me have a beer. I get it. This is who these guys are. All right.
That on us.
They find $1. They go to 7-Eleven and buy a blow pop.
You know what I'm saying? He's a low key insulting us. Like,
I'm not insulting you.
He's low key.
But I just look at the game differently from a situation of I kind of get a feeling what this guy's, I mean, you can trade me all you want, but you're not going to get value. I can tell you that much because there's nobody as good as me out there.
He's right about that.
But my point is, I mean, I want to celebrate this. I mean, it was fun to watch this game.
Yeah. I'm just celebrating the game, Will. You know what I mean? Like,
but I think we also have to remember, just because you got your own draft pick now, doesn't mean you don't want to lose.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, and
we're trying to win.
Right.
Like we wouldn't know that.
If Modest had played 12 minutes tonight and the Bulls won, I'd be sitting here livid right now.
Yeah,
livid.
Going crazy.
I will deal with the W.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Zach has been traded. We can talk about this more openly and comfortably, I think. Not like I wasn't before. L's. Rooting for L's now, y'all. L.
But the interesting thing was, it's funny you mentioned that, because as the game was going on, I was like, this is the perfect game. They're competitive. Modest is playing a lot of minutes. P. Will is basically showing us who he is. This is about evaluations. It's going to be close, and darn, they're going to lose.
Right. It was almost a perfect game tonight. Modest plays a lot of minutes. He plays lights out.
Right there.
The Bulls don't quite get the W.
They were right there for it, man. Like, they could not complete the cycle.
But,
shout out to Philly, though, for getting that win and keeping pace. Appreciate you very, very much.
You keep it up too, Blazers.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, yes.
No, but listen, let me just finish. The one thing we can be excited about is we feel like we have some pieces to build on.
Yeah.
Okay?
Correct.
And Modest is a big part of that.
Yeah.
Because basically, Kobe is the only AK and Mark Eversley piece left, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Kobe is the last one standing. Yep. From AK and Eversley took over.
Okay. So
now that Zach's been traded.
Right. So, like these people are talking about, I think we need to come up with a nickname.
Boozy Badass. Shout out to Mari. I'll always love that one.
I do like that one.
That was cold. Go ahead.
But like tonight, we were talking on the phone about how do we move forward regardless of what happens Thursday? I mean, I think as we were talking about, I was playing some of the, Billy in the pregame press conference about he feels like they've kind of picked a lane. Even he acknowledged that they were kind of stuck in mediocrity, no man's land.
Yeah.
So how do they move forward? I'd be interested to hear, and hopefully somebody asks the question, why did you take Modest out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Why
all
not
we
let
wanna
him?
know.
Why not let the young fella finish?
That takes the sting out of some of that win. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, I didn't want to win, but if Modest is in there and he gets 30,
Right.
and I'm like, okay, they won. Well, Modest got 30 and they won, and I'll be cool with that. I know we gotta take this break though.
We
But
do.
Can we need to talk to Modest about the hair.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it. Take the break. I don't want to yell
We're
at
going
Will.
to take
now.
our first break.
I
Plenty
love
more
his hair.
to get to in tonight's postgame show. This has been What's Brewing. Shout out Sam Adams, American Light. Delicious. Grab yourself some. Listen to some ads.
It's pretty good.
I think Shaggy might be a good nickname.
Oh,
Wasn't
Like
me.
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
No,
There's-
never mind.
Will, I love you so much, but please stop.
That's horrible.
Wasn't me.
He looks
Oh.
like Shaggy. Look at his
Shaggy.
Yeah, from the
Yeah.
TV show Scooby-Doo. That's
It
what you're
is.
talking about, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Circle Sportsbook, right? Whether it's pro or it's college, the app to bet sports is Circle Sports Illinois. Circle Sports, ladies and gentlemen, it's sports betting the way it should be. Circle Sports Illinois has high betting limits, low holds, and exceptional customer service. Bet on all your favorite teams in every game this season. Spreads, props, futures, or in-game, Circa Sports has it. Fund and bet like a pro from anywhere and anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circlesports.com. Must be 21 and over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. I actually listened to Cody today. He told me to put some money on Modest for his points, rebounds, and assists. And he was correct.
Boom.
Did you do it?
Of course he did it. And then he told me to put it on Bam Adebayo for his points, rebounds, and assists. A little bit short.
So you broke even.
Hey,
A little bit short.
but if you can only pick one of those to hit, which
Yeah,
one are you picking?
Oh, it's Modest all day long. I still feel like the winner.
Post game tonight also brought to you by Lucy. Lucy's 100% pure nicotine and always tobacco free. Lucy breakers are nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration. Set yourself up with a subscription and have a Lucy delivered straight to your door. Maybe you're trying to change up your nicotine routine. Honestly, I am someone who has had a nicotine habit on and off throughout various stages of my life. I'm a former smoker. I kicked the cigarettes a long time ago, and I got Lucy's in my pocket right now.
Shout out.
Boom. Ah!
Right there.
Lucy Breakers, berry citrus, one of my favorite flavors. Also check out apple ice. Just a little bit of nicotine when those cravings roll around, and always tobacco free, 100%
Peck was a
pure.
smoker?
I know, Uncle Will. Your adorable, innocent little nephew is not perfect.
Now I have these visions of Nick Nolte in 48 Hours.
Another movie Katie has never seen.
But hey, for any of you out there who might be looking for a different nicotine feeding system, you got to check out Lucy. They have regular pouches. They have these breakers with the little flavor bursts in them. And of course, for those of you who like the old traditional route, they also offer gum in a variety of flavors. You can also choose between different strengths of nicotine in all three of those options: pouches, breakers, and the gum.
Yeah.
Level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/CHGO and use promo code CHGO2025 to get 20% off your first order. Lucy also has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co, and promo code CHGO2025 to get your 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning: this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Loosey goosey, baby.
Loosey goosey, baby.
Loosey-goosey.
Loosey goosey. That's also from School of Rock, Katie.
It is.
All right, we roll along. CHGO Bulls post game. Look, it's the fact that this was the first game post Zach LaVine trade
Yeah.
that I think Bulls fans are excited. Like, yo, Modest played real minutes,
Yes.
and he had a real performance. And you were saying, Dave, it's not just that he scored a bunch and didn't miss a shot that he took. You also mentioned, I was just as stoked to see what he was doing on the defensive end tonight.
Yeah.
So we're talking about whether or not, and Perdue, you were just talking about which of these young pieces that we're going to spend the back 30 games of this season evaluating, and the Bulls will spend evaluating. What do you want to keep of this collection of young players? Who do you want to keep? What do you see? And is Modest a piece that cannot necessarily just be bring him off the bench tonight as the 8th or 9th guy in the rotation if we need him kind of player, break glass in case of emergency kind of player, or legitimately for a team that is post DeMar, now post-Zach, perhaps soon post-Vuce and other friends, starting over, could Modest be that piece or one of two central pieces of a team that, as he develops and ages and his game matures, could go somewhere meaningful in the NBA playoffs?
Yeah,
that's the big question.
Exactly. And we're going to find that out, obviously, as the evaluation continues. But it's always just been the hurdle. Like, okay, let's see this first stop. Does he belong on the floor? Let's start there. Okay, he belongs on the floor. Okay, can he make shots? Yes, he can make shots. Okay, can he play defense? Yes, he can play defense. Okay, can he stay on the floor without fouling? Like, there's games within a game, mentally and physically, that a rookie has to play during their rookie year, just so the coach can get to that level that he trusts you. Some coaches just give it to you right out the gate. Some of them you have to earn. He clearly has to earn it with a guy like Billy Donovan. So tonight, he played 30-plus minutes. Awesome. Amazing. So I feel like, for me, the next hurdle is, can you do this on a back-to-back? And also, the next hurdle after that would be, can you do this in a starting lineup? Because we're going to have to find that out, too. Can you do this when teams are actually game planning for you? When teams are actually thinking about you and saying, hey, that Modest Buzelis guy, let's throw a little different thing at him defensively and see what he can get to. Again, these are further down the road things, but these are the hurdles and these are the things he's going to have to prove and go through to a guy like Billy Donovan. I think he's going to do a solid job at proving it to Billy, because I think he has the right mentality to do those kind of things, and he's just going to keep working. And I'm just excited to watch him continue to grow. I'm just going to sit back and watch him continue to grow. But when he has games like this, oh yeah, how can you not be excited watching games like this? I immediately started talking crap to my brother, who was not a Buzelis guy when this season started. So anytime Modest does anything, I'll send him everything, man. So yeah, it's great to watch. The man didn't miss a shot. Like that is amazing. And just doing it 4-4 from the 3-point line along with that, you just show him that love and you celebrate it, and then you move on to the next game for sure.
Well, I mean, the one thing that you like the most is he's living up to the potential that we felt he had from day one.
Yes, sir.
Because think about how he's progressed. Because think about in Summer League, he was fun to watch, but you kind of felt like he was limited.
It was raw. Yeah.
You know, he was explosive, he was aggressive, but, you know, he kind of reminded me of Dwight Howard a little bit. Just either it was a dunk or nothing, you know. But
didn't shoot well.
Right. So you were a little concerned. But, you know, with Peter Patton and his group and the rest of the, you know, that team, these guys have been consistently working with him. But a lot of that credit goes to him because of his willingness and want to get better.
Yeah.
You know, I loved what he said when he wasn't picked for the freshman soft game.
Yeah, the Rising Stars game.
You know, about how he's going to use that as a chip. I think tonight was a perfect example.
Yeah. But,
you know, that was what I was talking about. When you talk about the great players, we don't know if he's going to be great.
We don't.
But my point is you're balancing just trying to be halfway happy, but at the same time avoiding depression. Because of how you see yourself, the expectations you have for yourself, and how you grade yourself after every game.
Yeah.
Because it's just at a different level.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, you guys, let's just hypothetically say you guys ran into Modest tonight. Say they weren't playing the second game, and you guys run into him in the restaurant. You guys would be stoked and jacked, and he would probably just be kind of like, eh. And you'd be like, what's wrong, man? You're not feeling well? You had the game of your life. Season high minutes, season high points.
You don't know us at all.
And he would be, yeah, right. That's when I could see Peck right now being like, I got to excuse myself. I got to go smoke a cigarette in the
There it is. Oh, there's the jab.
Yo, man, you knew it was coming.
If I happen to run into Modest somewhere in Chicago later tonight, yeah, I would excitedly be like, yo, dude, great game. Oh, my God, I'm so excited. You're the future. Because I'm a fan.
No, exactly.
I'd just be like, what's up, bro? Good to see you.
I'm a fan as well, but
he'd be happy to see
I'm more excited about, I want to see where's his head tomorrow.
Yeah.
How's he start tomorrow against a step up in talent? Who's guarding him tomorrow?
Right.
Who's he guarding? Because, you know, when I looked when I saw that interview, he was just like, it's almost like he didn't want to be there. He was thankful, right? But it's just, you could see the wheels turning.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
So,
like tomorrow night, I want to score 34 and I want to shoot 120% from the field.
Right.
They're not satisfied.
Can I get extra credit?
Yeah.
yeah. They're not satisfied thing.
But, I think that's part of the but, if you want to sit there and you work on his game, and be critical but constructive, he needs more rebounds.
Sure.
But
only 3 tonight.
Probably the biggest thing was just his activity, how he was moving on the offensive end. There was no hesitation with the shot.
Right.
And he's kind of one of those guys. He understands the line between confidence and arrogance.
Yes.
And he doesn't cross it.
Mm-hmm.
He may put his toe on the line.
Yeah.
But I think that
people do.
Because and this is kind of going to be like, I'm going to show my age a little bit. But you heard him say, that's how my parents raised me.
He did, yeah.
Okay? But there's a difference between that's how my parents raised me, and then when you see a lot of the things you hear coming out of people his age these days, that's what my parents told me to expect. That's what I deserve. There's a difference, a huge difference.
Yeah.
I get what he's saying. I don't think he feels like he deserves anything. I think he understands that he has to earn it.
I agree.
But you need to have the confidence in yourself and the belief to know that you can reach those expectations. But that's the difference between somebody that says, that's what my parents told me I deserve. That person doesn't necessarily have expectations. They have, what can you do for me? And I think Modest is old school in the sense that, what can I do for you? And how can I help you? But at the same time, all right, let's sit down and watch film together. Let's break this down. What can I do better? Dude, you went 10 for 10. So I'd say your shot selection was pretty good.
Yeah.
Say your execution was outstanding.
Freddie put in the comments that just not one of his shots felt forced. I agree.
So when you see players like that, that's when, as former players, you get excited.
Yeah.
Because you think about how they think.
Yes.
Right?
Agreed.
And that's what I mean by you're dealing with just accepting how you're playing and dealing with depression, because regardless of how you play, you always think you can play better. And that's what I mean about the depression aspect is that you can be on a heater from the fan's perspective, but mentally from the individual, because of your expectations, you might not be sleeping at night. You're like banging your head against the wall because you can do better. And that's, to me, that's the sign of greatness. So that's just, where do we go from here to the next game, because, we'll go full circle. When you texted today, I was like, we got to come up with where I think we start grading guys on a game-to-game basis. And where do they stand on the pecking order of this team, and how important is it for that individual to be a part of this team next year? I mean, obviously, Modest is at the top of the list. No ifs, ands, or buts, regardless of how he plays, because he was drafted by them. But let's start figuring out how this team moves together, because, we still got to get to Thursday. There's basically, 36 hours?
Yes. Make a trade.
And we feel like they're going to do something.
Please.
But there are certain players, Modest being at the top of the list, that need to play, should play, have to play. And he still falls in that category is that this guy doesn't back away from any challenge.
Nope. And
this is a guy that will continue to try to figure it out. And I think ultimately will figure out if he's given the proper assets.
Indeedy. I mean, like, people in the comments talking about the fact that all those teams that passed on Modest are, really kicking themselves maybe after watching this game tonight. I also did see somebody in our replies when we were getting excited about Modest's performance tonight, like, Khalil Ware's out there putting bodies in body bags for Miami, especially that first heat. First half, he was cooking. He ended
first quarter.
He ended with 17 after, what did you say, 13 in the first quarter. And it was 17 and 12. But hey, you know what else Khalil Ware did tonight? He missed 4 shots. Because somebody, whoever was in the comments was pointing out, like the Heat took him at 15 4 slots, after Modest. Obviously, Khalil Ware just entered the starting lineup for the Heat 6 games ago, as we mentioned in pregame, and has even before that been playing more minutes than Modest up to this point.
Yeah.
Do we know which one is going to have a better, more dominant or impactful career yet, Modest or Khalil Ware?
We don't know yet.
But tonight,
I know who I want.
I'm feeling pretty happy about the Bulls having Matas Buzelis. I'll tell you that.
Pretty good. Feeling pretty good about it.
I know
You
we
know
got a
what we
commercial.
do
Let me,
already know? No, hang on. You know what we do already know is that we need more freaking likes.
We
dude.
need more likes.
500
more
people
likes.
watching.
Yeah. Oh, shout out.
Only 107 likes.
Oh,
We
that's-
could get to 200. The
Yeah.
elusive. Everybody's been yelling about 200 because then I'll finally sing the Empire theme song.
Oh.
We could do it if
Look how
you
she
get
did
off
that.
your butts.
Ooh.
Everybody's talking.
So you're
about
saying
that.
you will sing it?
Yeah, that's the
200 likes is the
That's
deal.
the deal that was
200
made.
likes is the deal.
Wait a minute. Did she up the likes?
No, I think
We
that's
said
what
it
it
at
was.
200.
Yeah.
Okay.
We said it 200, sir.
Just confirming.
Yeah, I hit the likes. We're nowhere near Modest's field goal percentage on that likes to viewers ratio right now. That's not okay. You got to push yourselves. You got to strive for better.
You want to
Let
hear
me-
the
let me ask you
smooth
guys
vocals
this.
of Katie.
Let me ask you this question, because even though he started tonight for the Heat,
Mm-hmm.
Duncan Robinson has obviously fell out of favor.
Yeah.
He
in that
started, but he played
organization.
11 minutes.
Last
The old
year he
Keith
fell out of
Bogan
favor.
special.
All
right.
Legend. Yes, sir.
What does this Bulls team need?
Oh, man.
How much time you got?
Yeah, well, let's make trades. Step
Right,
one.
but I mean,
clean out the cabinet.
We continue.
but
to,
then shooting. Yes.
We continue to talk about shooting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think this guy could be had for relatively. I mean, if you can match. I mean, I know he's got paid,
Yeah.
He got paid.
but I think this guy could provide a valuable asset that this Bulls team doesn't have. Do they have 3-point shooting? Yes. Do they have consistent 3-point shooting? No.
Mm-hmm.
This is what this guy does.
That's how it does, man.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, which of Jimmy Butler's teammates, if any, that Jimmy Butler's going to get moved sometime between now and Thursday afternoon. It's
Yeah,
a matter
man.
of where. And
It's
question
gonna be interesting.
He's holding
Miami
those guys hostage. isn't
makes
he?
that move and then also makes subsequent moves because,
Yeah.
it's you're right. It's a hostage situation right now.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take our second ad break. When we come back, other young guys did play well tonight. We're not going to just spend an hour talking about Modest. I saw you in the comments, James Knight.
We're not?
Calm down.
Oh.
Hold on to your britches.
Oh.
And I mean, we could. Gee, I wonder if the consensus of people watching our show wouldn't mind if we talked for an hour about Modest Buzelis.
Quick poll.
tonight. Our number 11 pick, who had a season high in minutes played and points scored.
And field
100%.
goals. All that.
I could talk about that for 3 hours. Tonight.
Also, second 20-point game for Matas Buzelis. You know who ain't done that?
I think that's two more than Patrick Williams. I saw Peck grab some rebounds tonight.
Oh, God.
Hit the like button while we read some ads.
Talk about downers. You guys had to bring that up.
Realist, Will.
Big Dave, what time is it?
Game time, who?
Tonight's show brought to you by Game Time, which has a new feature called Game Time Picks. Makes getting tickets for your favorite events even easier. Game Time Picks filters out all the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets to find the best value. They've got wonderful features all throughout the app. They've got the seat view feature, which is so important to guys like me and Big Dave, and of course Uncle Will, who got long legs, maybe want to stretch out into the aisle,
Foot cam.
want to know where the bars are, want to know where the bathrooms are. Seat views. Super Deals, best way to is the best value for that event if you want to check out the Super Deals tab. Curated deals to make it even easier to find the best prices on great seats, and not just for sporting events, for all of the wonderful concerts, music, theater, all that kind of stuff going on in Chicago, comedy. Game Time has tickets to all of those events. Always on-time ticket delivery, lowest price guarantee, even cancellation protection, job loss protection. The Game Time ticket coverage, your tickets are guaranteed to be delivered on time, and your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. And that lowest price guarantee from Game Time means that they will credit you 110% of the difference if you find the exact same ticket, exact same seat to the same event for less on a different site. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use promo code CHGO to get $20 off your first purchase. And yes, terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem with promo code CHGO to get $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Because Uncle Will, what time is it?
Game time.
Who?
That's how your voice go? You like that?
Oh, that's how Katie sounds.
I was going to say, I was about to ask if you were doing a Katie impression on that.
Oh, she just gave you the look of death. Will over there.
How many likes we had, Katie?
Oh, no, we're under 20. That's all I know. And then we're going to hit a smooth, dulcet tones of one cool Katie Duffy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and y'all won't get it because you won't understand. Because you never understood.
understood.
Why?
Oh, my God.
Oh, Lord. Why? Do these glasses cost so much money? We don't understand it. We don't get it. Will Perdue don't get it. Katie don't get it. Matt don't get it. I don't get it. Shady Rays didn't get it. So guess what? They set out to do something about it. Get ready for the season ahead, y'all, with the quality shades that are built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have got you covered with those premium polarized shades that will not, I repeat, will not break the bank. Shady Rays, that independent sunglasses company offering that world-class product that's rated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars for over 300,000 people. Their shades got those durable frames. Their shades got those crystal clear optics, making them the perfect choice for your outdoor. As this handsome gentleman's over here about to prove to you, your indoor adventiones. But oh wait, let's say you upset and you're mad, or you're super excited because Modest Buzelis went 10 of 10.
That was a modest toss.
Oh, modest toss. Oh, he's excited. But guess what? Them glasses are on that hat. Splat, crack, drat. He messed up his glasses. But he remembers, since it's Shady Rays, he can send them jointers back in for a new pair. Return them worry free within 30 days. And guess what? Back on his face. New glasses.
Let's go.
Back to being hyped about modesty, looking cool. That's how it works. So exclusive for the listeners out there, Shady Rays is giving away their best deal of the season. Head to ShadyRays.com. Use the code CHGO for 35% off those premium polarized shades. The traffic is out. The shades that are rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. That's Shady Rays, y'all. Where the Rays are just oh so shady. Oh, Matt, we are 9 likes away.
Oh, well,
9 likes.
We still got at least
I like
25
how she
minutes
act
of
like
show
we
left.
didn't see that. She act like I didn't see it.
Devastated.
That's what the funny part was. I saw it on her face. Like, oh my God, nobody's seeing this. You're dang right we seeing it, guys. We are under 10. We only need 9
Let's
likes,
go.
and Katie will sing.
Let's go.
I'm gonna break
She will
the
say.
audio
And how
again.
convenient.
What'd you say?
I said I'm gonna break the audio again.
Oh,
How
man.
convenient that it's a Bulls dub, so we do
How
have a goon of the night tonight.
convenient, Matthew Peck. How convenient. 5 now. We're down to 5. 5 likes, y'all. That's all we need is 5 likes for Katie to go ahead and say, oh, just need 1.
Oh.
Just need 1. We just need 1, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. Give me 1 more like, and we can go ahead and hit these folks. Oh, they smashed it. Y'all are the best. Oh,
Love it.
I used to pray for times like this.
Also, shout out to Trev Lynn in the comments.
Yes.
Who said, you guys have the best ad reads I've seen on YouTube. Cinema. That's why you're
Appreciate
here.
it. Appreciate
That's why
it.
we're here. That's why you're there.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for the likes.
Appreciate that.
If you haven't done it, join the Cool Kids Club. Hit the like button.
Yeah, you don't have to stop hitting that like button, baby. Keep hitting that joker
So-
and let Katie know how much you can't wait to hear her sing because it's happening. Oh, it's happening.
So, look, obviously, this night belongs to Modest.
And Katie.
Well, yes, of course. It's about to belong to Katie in like 15 minutes.
Fair.
Better start warming up.
But Perdue, you were talking in pregame about like now that Zach is gone, this is the start of a new chapter in Bulls history, and they have like this somewhere between a half and a third of a remaining season for some of these young guys to show out. What in the absence of Zach, his usage, his gravity, his scoring, in the absence of all that, who sees that and says, I can fill that void or some of that void and prove in my own way with my game that I can be giving this team more than maybe certain opportunities have allowed up to this point. And you posed the question, and Dave and I took a minute to find the answer. You brought up Josh Giddey's name when talking about who seizes this opportunity in the wake of LaVine's departure. And to Josh Giddey's credit, kind of took a side seat to the attention that Modest got tonight. But Giddey had 24, 5, and 7 on a pretty efficient shooting night, 8 of 14.
Pretty damn good.
Limited himself to 2 turnovers. I will take that from Josh Giddey.
And I also thought that he was a lot more aggressive. He only had 5 rebounds, but I felt like he was in the mix a lot more than he normally is. I didn't, because where I was sitting, I was on the end, so I could see straight down on the floor. And, the funny thing is, I had no idea what the score was throughout most of the game until I got in the car to come back, and I'm listening to Chuck, and he's telling the score, and I was like, oh, I kind of was lost in. I knew that Miami had broken the 100-point threshold, but I didn't know the score. But because is what we had talked about, I started watching players, and I wasn't really watching Giddey. I was kind of like watching Modest. Had kind of attracted everybody's attention. But then I just, out of just watching the game and not watching the ball, I noticed how active Giddey was tonight. He didn't get a lot of boards, but I thought he was always in the vicinity. He was making an attempt.
Yeah.
He did have a couple times where he knocked the ball away from Heat players. And, you know, we always talk about sacrifice. That's a sacrifice you make as a player. If you can't get the rebound, make sure your guy can't get it, or somebody can't. I can't grab it, but let me tap it away. Even if you tap it out of bounds and it goes off of you, that's okay, because you prevent them from getting the rebound and getting out on a fast break. It allows you to get back. So even though he had 24, 5, and 7, I thought his effort, if I would have watched that game not knowing how many points he had, I would have thought he had more rebounds and more assists than he did because of just the effort and how he played. And that's where I feel like this, you know, he says the right things too about he feels the pressure. He knows he's got to do better defensively.
Yeah.
He knows he needs to be more aggressive, right? And that's where I, you know, as I was joking with Matt, you know, before in the pregame about, you know, they're going to sign him whether you like it or not. So,
that's how Will Perdue sounds.
You know, let's
I do not.
Let's evaluate this guy and figure out where we think he is as far as on value. Who does he compare to? How much should they pay him?
Yeah.
You know, what's he worth? I think he wants $30 million a year.
Yeah.
That's the figure that's been thrown around because of some extensions of fellow members of his rookie class who did get paid rookie extensions from their respective teams this past offseason.
But if, hypothetically now, let me ask you this question. If P. Will averages basically what, 18?
18, yeah.
What is Giddey worth? Just using that, just
18.
like if we're selling a house, that's your comp right there. That's a comp, right?
Yeah.
Well,
18,
it's hard to use that as a base of comparison because Pat's not exactly playing like he's worth 18.
I understand that, but that's not the point. It's just like if you're looking to sell your house, how the hell did that house down the corner sell for so much?
Yeah.
When my house is nicer, so I got to jack the price up. But yet your realtor's like, no, you can't do that. And you're like, but that's one of my comps. That's, you know, you're out there getting for 5 comps when you're looking to sell your house. That's what players do the same thing. If, you know, the Bulls are willing to pay Pat 80, what are they going to pay me? Because I do A, B, C, and D, and he only does A. So what does that mean my value is?
Lowercase a. Yeah. Like, that's a great point, Will. That's a great point. And that sounds like what's going to be happening at the negotiating table when he gets there. And then the stats that get brought up of the players that he has done the same things these other players have done. It's being his names like Luka and LeBron and Magic and these other, you know, guys out here. So, yeah, if he continues having games like this and playing like this, he's going to make that negotiation very interesting for sure. But for me, it's still going to be like 18, 19 million. For me, could I get talked into 20? Well, I'm going to have to see like a few 30-point triple-doubles, and then okay, bet. Because the first half of body of work from him didn't, for me, say I'm willing to go over that 20 mil, you know, to keep him here. And also, I feel like if you're going to do that, there are more moves that I need to see made also to clear out some things, because Giddey has to, if you're going to do that, then you're saying he's the guy, because you're saying I like this guy. He's got to be on the floor. He's got to play. I'm very comfortable with him as my starting point guard of this team, which is basically your quarterback. If you're saying that, how many backups do you need? You know what I mean? And the Bulls have a ton of them. They have quite a few. So you're going to have to move, and that's why I'm interested in see what it is over these next 36 hours, what gets moved, because they've got several. So I'm interested to see if they make that decision about Giddey. Again, he's played well, and honestly, it's been pretty consistent as far as the last few games that he's been playing. it's been pretty solid. This is the first game I saw where it magnified in points. But he's played good. You can't take that away from him, but you're going to have to see a little bit more. That's all I'm saying.
No, absolutely. But anybody that thinks he's going to get paid less than 20, he's going to get paid more than 20 a year.
By the Bulls and only the Bulls, maybe. I mean, I agree with what Nick Giddey just said in the comments. Giddey's only worth letting him test his value in free agency and matching. We can't have another contract like Zach's or P. Will's.
Yeah, we can't do that again. He's right.
And look, when the Bulls did that with Zach in 2018 and he signed that offer sheet with the Kings and the Bulls matched it, towards the,
Yeah, but let me ask you this. Okay, I don't sorry to interrupt, but how many times have the Bulls signed guys to contracts and they basically outbid themselves?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't do that with Josh Giddey. I'm saying let the NBA tell you what they think Josh Giddey is worth and then decide whether or not to match it. And I am betting if they allow that process to play out and Josh Giddey hits the free agent market this summer, they are not. What are you laughing at, Katie? He's not getting an offer that pays him upwards of $20 million annually. I would bet money on that. So don't outbid yourself, Bulls. I'm sorry. Let me alter that. Don't outbid yourself again, Bulls. Let the market tell you what the player's worth and then make a decision, because you clearly don't know how to decide that for yourselves.
Yeah. He put the exclamation point on you for real. Yeah. Don't do it.
Can I see this again?
Yo, you like that? You like
synchronized gesturing.
That's right.
Hey,
I'm feeling impassioned tonight, Will.
you know what that is right there?
Please tell me.
That's a thespian.
This is true. This is true.
It's still
He's
in my
the man.
blood.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, is it time?
You sure? Yeah.
You give me make it time right
Yeah.
there.
Why didn't we just start the show out? You know what the answer is.
What do you mean? Oh, about who's winning?
Yeah.
You think that's what's most important right now? I'm about to tell you. Slap me in the face, Katie, one time, please. Ow! Because it's going down in the Chi-Town. Ugh.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Now, I'm the man. Woo!
Ow. Goon of the night. Look at it. Drink it in. Empire Today presenting Goon of the Night. Because all they do is floors, no matter what. 588 to 300.
No, she needs to sing the whole thing.
No, I have to do it
That
like I do
was
everybody,
not the
Will.
deal.
I got to be fair. I'm fair out
true.
here.
That's true. All right, from the top, Dave.
Thank
from
you.
the top. Circle it back. We got to do this all in rhythm.
All right, ready. 588 to 300. Katie.
Empire Today.
Let's go!
Oh, I like it.
Oh, we loved it.
Why did you fight so hard?
Yes.
That sounded
Your
beautiful.
vocals are amazing.
Literally, it was just stubbornness.
Yes.
That's all
Well,
it is.
That's fair. That's very, very fair.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Also, shout out
nice run.
to
Very nice run.
Cameron, who was at the Bulls game tonight.
Yes.
As CHGO's guest.
CHGO
So,
repping.
Shout out to you, Cameron, and all those wonderful people over there at Empire.
Damn.
Call Empire if you need your floors done, y'all. They just gave you the number.
Look at it right here. I had to open up the whole thing. One, because Katie sang, and two, I was going to shout out my man Cam for that, baby. Well, where you been, by the way, Cam? Come on, at me, bro. Will Perdue. We'll start with you.
Just say it, okay? It's very simple.
Matthew Peck. We'll move on to you.
Modest.
Katie,
Modest Buzelis.
you want another chance, Will?
Josh Giddey.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Just to dig at me.
Oh, I loved it. Very nice.
Pat Williams.
Oh,
Oh, God.
well, he did have the dunk. Very nice dunk by Pat Williams
It
tonight.
was.
It was.
And
Very good
10,
dunk.
7, and 4.
Yeah, had 7
Rocking
rebounds.
that Pat triple single.
Yes, man. Well,
Javon Carter.
He got in the game. Well, Goon of the night. Well, Billy Donovan for taking Modest out the game. Goon of the night goes to, I don't even know drum roll. It's Modest Buzelis, ladies and gentlemen. This is yours. 10 of 10, 4-4 for the three-point line. You were absolutely amazing. This is well-deserved. And on the night where Katie dropped the vocals, you win Goon of the night in runaway fashion, sir. Shout out to you. This is amazing. And once again, shout out to my man Cameron, who was at the game, baby. Shout out to Empire. You know, we ain't got number love for y'all, man. Shout out to Sales Guy Jim as well.
Do you want a little royal fanfare for Modest, or
just for Modest? You want that?
It's up to you.
All right. It's up. No. It's your night, Katie. You sang. You come on with it. Yes. The royal subjects allow the sounds to penetrate thine ears and thy soul. Goon of thy night. A fair young prince in the golden-haired Matis Buzelis. He will carry thine trophy over the threshold of the Chicago Bulls.
I feel like some ceremonial torch needs to be passed.
Yes,
like,
it is like that.
There
That's
is
like
a new
crazy.
best jouster in medieval times.
Yes, that's real.
And his name is Matis Buzelis. Sir Matis Buzelis.
What's that place out in the suburbs?
In the
Medieval times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Medieval times, man. You had to have gone
Great
there.
spot to eat some mutton and
Great, yeah. Maybe
drink
we
some
can get him.
flagons of beer.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get him to name one of their nights Modest.
Oh my gosh.
Buzelis.
I think I would appreciate it now that I'm older.
I'm gonna pen them a letter tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, yo, if one of your nights' names isn't Modest, you're making a mistake.
Yeah, I have fun, but I think I would appreciate it more now. Like, I'd be more into the foolishness. Like, I would dive in a little bit more if I went there again. So it was a great time. Have you been there, Katie? Been to medieval times?
I have a couple times.
Okay.
Great
okay.
time. I'd
Great
love
time.
to go.
Yeah. It's good stuff, man. Shout out.
James Knight in the comments said, we're a bad team when we get so excited over the Rook, LOL. Yeah, they're called rebuilds.
Yeah.
The Bulls dragged their feet on one for far too long now.
Yeah.
The trade of Zach LaVine signified even further that is finally what they're doing. And so the first game after that happens, the Rook goes off and has a great night. Yeah, that's the thing to get excited about.
And also, he did not miss a shot.
The future.
That way. He didn't miss a
If you were
shot.
more excited about the Bulls winning this game tonight than about how Modest Buzelis looked playing both ends of the floor tonight, get a lobotomy because your brain is broken.
Get a lobotomy.
Your brain is broken if that's the thing you're more excited about tonight.
He said, get a lobotomy.
I'm not trying to be wise ass. Well, I'm trying to be wise ass a little bit, but I mean, truthfully, one of these things matters way more. Yeah, they're a bad team because they're rebuilding.
What's the alcohol content of that American Light there?
It's only
4.2. That's just my enthusiasm and energy levels after watching Modest play like that.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I know this is new for you, Will, because you're not used to seeing Matt excited.
No.
You're not used to seeing him happy about something that's going on with the Chicago Bulls.
I'm even
But-
more obnoxious
Yes.
than
He's
cynical,
worse.
disheartened Matt.
I've seen it.
Okay.
He's
Is
worse.
he willing to go to a game now? Don't you want to see Modest live?
It looked like you hit him in the face.
You looked pretty good on my TV over there, Will.
Looked like you hit him like right across the face. That was hilarious. That
Looks like
good
he was
stuff.
eating a Sour Patch.
Right, yeah, right.
I was just asking.
I'm
It's,
good.
just, it's a good question.
It's fair to ask.
Yeah, it was a good question.
Nah, I'm good, thanks.
I'm always down, Will. I'm always down. Whenever.
So, to talk about a little bit further, I do want to get to some trade stuff, but quickly before that, Billy had some interesting comments in his pregame media availability, and people were talking about it as it made its way around Twitter because there's some interesting things being said. Started as him kind of talking about the Bulls trading Zach and the Bulls facing more realistically and more fully now a rebuild. And he started by talking about this notion that he doesn't want to be a rebuild or not a rebuild coach and sort of, railing against that. But then also had some interesting words towards the end of those thoughts. Katie, if you want to cue that up.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the situation in Oklahoma City is totally different. You know, I think there was maybe a lot of things said or put out there publicly that I had no interest in a rebuild. That's not true. I never said that, never felt like that. Like I said, most of my time that I've been a coach, forget about college, I've been a coach outside Oklahoma City. I walked into an incredible team and an incredible opportunity. I'm always grateful for that, you know, because a lot of times when guys go to college to the NBA, they don't necessarily inherit a very good team. I obviously inherited a terrific team. So to me, it's all about the direction and where we're going and what we're doing. And do they want me to be a part of that? You know what I mean? And I've had a great relationship with Jerry and Michael Reinsdorf. They've been unbelievable to me. I've had a great working relationship with Arturas and Mark, you know, the coaching staff, everybody. So when I say that, it's not like I'm trying to skirt the question. The biggest thing for me right now is I've just got to find out the direction we're going. And do they want me part of the direction? It's all, I think all those things, you know, play a factor. But to me, I guess what I'm saying is when we talk about like rebuild, retool, whatever word you want to use, that's all I've been a part of. Like I took over a program at Florida that had 2 straight losing seasons, and my first 2 years were losing seasons. I took over a team at like that's what happened. So it's not like throughout my time in coaching, and I know this, I think, I don't know, a 10th year in the NBA and God knows how many years in college, most of the time that's what you're dealing with. You know, I'm not like, I only want to coach ready-made teams. You know, that's really never what I'm about. You know, I'm about building something. So clearly we're making a shift. I want to be part of building something, but what direction we going and how are we going to build it, what are we going to do? I don't think anybody inside the organization has those answers right now, just because I don't know if anything's totally complete at this point in time.
That's Bulls head coach Billy Donovan speaking before tonight's game. And for those of you watching on our various streaming channels and services, thanks for tuning in. That will wrap it up here. If you want to get the bonus coverage, just go to allchgo.com. So I saw you shaking your head a couple of times there, Dave. What are your thoughts on what Billy had to say?
I mean, I don't know. It was like I've always been a part of a rebuild. I've always been, every coach builds. Like, that's not a special thing. You know the difference of what we're talking about here. We're talking about starting completely bare bones over. You know, nothing in the kitchen cabinets. We don't know if the kid's going to eat tonight. Like, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about this rebuild here. When he would have the rebuilds I saw, he didn't really mention OKC's because those weren't really rebuilds. Like, he had guys. It's hard for me. It's not a rebuild when you've got an MVP on your squad. It's just you're putting what fits around my MVP on the squad. You already know what you got. We don't know what we got here. That's what I'm talking about. That's a rebuild, a true 100% rebuild. Even in that season where people didn't think they'd make the playoffs, they had, I believe, like a 0.6% chance or something like that, and they ended up the 6th seed, which was great. They had Chris Paul at point guard. They had just made the trade to get SGA on their squad. They weren't a bum team. They had real straight-up talent that they already knew was good. The question was just how good. We don't know what. That's why we're over here gushing about Modest and things like that. Like, oh, dude, this dude looked like he could be good. What he already had, he already knew was good. You give me Chris Paul, and he'll tell you everything else you need to know because you've got an elite point guard on your team. You give me Russell Westbrook, same thing. Give me Kevin Durant, same thing. So you had true talent on your squad, and that's why he was always in the playoffs in the West, and mind you.
He did acknowledge that. I don't know if it was in that clip or not, but he did acknowledge, I inherited a lot of talent.
A lot of talent. And in the West, you know what I mean? Mind you, that's a different thing. Being bad in the East, it's a whole different monster. So I hear what he's saying, and I'm not dishonoring what he's saying, but I do disagree with some of the sentiment of it. Because for this is a full teardown. And I haven't seen him be a part of a full teardown. I haven't seen the moves he's made on the bench as a coach to say that I'm cool with being a part of a full teardown. Why do I say this? Because the young guys never really played. This is why we were excited about Modest getting 31 minutes. This is why we were excited when he started getting 15+ minutes. And it just started happening. It's not a thing that had been going on for a long time. So it's a reason he would always go with certain lineups. Didn't matter if they were a disadvantage or not. He would go with these certain lineups because he was comfortable with those lineups. That's not how a rebuild goes. A rebuild goes like, oh, no, okay, well, let's try this. Let's try that. Ooh, all right, let's figure this one out. That's a rebuild, man. he was coaching like a coach that's still trying to win, which I understand and I get. But a rebuild is a completely different thing, man. You're building up the young guys. You're getting them ready for the NBA. You're finding out what they can and can't do, who fits where and who does what. There is no set straight up, oh, yeah, we running this lineup out here. Go look at the Washington Wizards. That's a rebuild. You know what I mean? Like, those dudes, the only person I know who's going to start is Jordan Poole. That's the only one I know. Kuzma might not even be starting every time. And probably the guy they drafted, he might be the starter as well. Who knows? But it's different for them all the time, man, because that's what a rebuild is. You're figuring things out, and you're losing a lot along the way because you don't have a lot. But, yeah, man, he says he wants to be a part of it. Okay, we'll see. I got to see you start acting like this is a full rebuild and not just, I want to win this game right now really, really bad.
You know what I saw there?
Talk to me.
A little posturing. Mentioning that he's not even sure if they want him. I think I'd like to maybe get a little extension.
Well, those are secret, Will. You gotta keep those on the down low around here.
The dark of night.
The only bad part is that whether it's him or whoever it is, those L's go on his record.
Correct.
Not the Bulls' record.
Correct.
So, whoever's here, whether it be Billy or they make a change or whatever, they want to be compensated for what's going to happen to their record.
Mm-hmm.
I know Billy got an extension, but what I don't know is, and Matt, can you look it up? Where does that put him at the moment after this year? Where is he from a contract standpoint?
What are you talking about?
How many years he got left?
Billy's contract?
It's
I know
secret.
It is secret.
Yeah, we don't know. It was never really revealed.
But what did they add 1 year? Did they add 2 years?
I believe they added 2. From what it was, is the assumption most people
Was it
made.
initially a 4-year deal or a 6-year deal?
Initially. I want to say 4.
4?
Initially.
I think.
This is year 5?
So he signed the extension in November of 2022. The extension is believed to keep him under contract through 25-26 season.
Okay, so he's got 1 year left.
That's a heck of an extension.
To me, that sounds like a little posturing because of the fact that, he's acknowledged. Like, I was listening to a little bit of the pregame press conference because we don't have Goat there to do the postgame press conference about. He was asked by Callie about usually rebuilds are not quick.
Yeah.
It's usually a 2 or 3 year window, which would go past his extension.
Correct.
So Billy kind of, letting you know that he's kind of always been rebuilding would indicate that he would like a new contract and would like to be here. And B, him kind of mentioning that, he doesn't know if they want him here, is looking for a little assurance. And that usually comes with a extension.
That is interesting, and that part of it hadn't occurred to me. Like when he said, if they want me here, I was genuinely thinking like, or was that him saying like, or we can mutually agree to part ways if we want.
Yeah,
like I thought it was maybe that. But look, I don't care about Billy, fighting back on this notion that he doesn't want to be a coach of a rebuilding team, and whether or not that's true. I don't give a crap about Billy Donovan's extension. I would prefer no, as far as whether or not something like that were to happen. As much as I defend him on the show sometimes against the Billy haters who I think hate him for reasons that blame goes elsewhere, not Billy, I still think you need to move on. But the part of what we listened to just now that made me not only raise an eyebrow but say, oh dear Christ, we're in trouble, is when he said, I want to be part of building something, but what direction are we going? How are we going to build it? And what are we going to do? I don't think anybody inside the organization has those answers right now. Alarm! 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 He did follow that up with, just because I don't know if anything is totally complete at this point, which I'm not saying I know exactly what Billy Donovan is thinking, but if that were me and I was the head coach and I just realized that I said those words out loud in a press conference about my team and the organization, the people, I would have added something on the back end of it to soften up that blow a little bit.
I bet she shags like a minx. I wonder if they know I don't have any inner monologue.
Did I just say that out loud? Like, he literally just told the media and therefore Bulls fans, I don't think anybody inside his organization knows what the plan is.
Right. It was honestly the most candid you heard him. Because they said the word, he said the word rebuild. Like, he just said the word rebuild. Like, I haven't heard anybody in there say that actual word. He sat up and was like, oh, yeah, you want to be part of a rebuild or whatever. We're like, whoa, okay. Right. It was, yeah.
Also, shout out to our guy, Callie, who you could hear.
Hilarious.
Saying in that pregame availability. Hey, Billy, you know, if it quacks like a rebuild and walks like a rebuild, it's a rebuild.
So, Callie, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but Billy never said rebuild. He said, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Oh, the walking quacking thing.
Oh, they're rebuilding. The fact Billy is acknowledging it out loud for me was the piece for me that said something a lot, because they refused to acknowledge it. They came up with every other word other than rebuild for a very long time, man.
Reshape,
retool, reassess, recess. Reanimated.
Restart.
Ridiculous. Stop doing it. My God. But yeah, man, like him acknowledging it and saying it is, for me, a pretty big deal, Will.
All right. So before we get out of here, just real quick, I know we're already past time, but I did want to at least acknowledge this because there was new reporting while the game was happening tonight regarding the trade deadline on Thursday and Nikola Vucevic specifically. Cowley dropped a piece while this game was happening, and then there was also some tweets from Casey Johnson. Cowley's stuff dropped first, essentially said there were a couple of different avenues on a Vuce trade that were gaining momentum, and those talks broke down.
Oh.
And that those two teams have maybe moved on. Said could still be fluid, but as of coming into tonight's game, no new talks with any new teams, and the talks where the Bulls had made progress with two different teams fell apart with Vuce. And then Casey Johnson chimed in as well. If you have those screenshots of the tweets you want to throw up there, Katie, talking about things are fluid. It could still change. We still have 2 days to go. The optimism for more moves that surfaced Monday dried up Tuesday. Vuce is now prepared to be here past the deadline as the Warriors have shifted their attention to bigger targets, i.e. Kevin Durant. Casey also added some interest or some stuff on Lonzo, saying he's drawing interest, but in order to get draft capital out of the impending free agent, Bulls would probably have to take long-term money. Remember, Ball makes 21.5, high number to match. Bulls happy to take a look at 3 new guys if they're not packaged in a larger deal. Lastly, Raul talks about it being hard to move LaVine. He drew significant interest down the stretch. Bucks and Warriors were engaged until the near end.
They were.
While the Nuggets circled back. Pistons engaged as well, although unclear if they wanted to serve as facilitator or acquire LaVine. So those little trade market tidbits from Casey. Also, read the column from Cowley. There's stuff in there as well about Vuce. Look, they could still get something done.
Yeah.
Vuce did not have the best game tonight.
Did not.
Honestly, Lonzo Ball did not have the best game tonight.
Did not.
Not that that's entirely important, but if the reason the talks broke down is because AK is not budging from his asking price, and I'm not saying I know that's the case.
Right.
I'm just a worried Bulls fan thinking that might be the case. It's tough because we criticize this front office for their inability to be what appears the stronger negotiator when they're trying to make trades with other teams and walking away, giving up more than you get. And at the same time, I kind of have this feeling right now of, because of these circumstances, don't be so staunchly, first round pick or not.
Yeah.
To help move this process along.
Yes.
If you can get several second round picks, maybe an interesting young player,
take it.
Take it.
God, take
man.
it. What are you doing?
Like, if
take
AK stubbornness is the reason that these talks break down, and therefore Vuce is here past the deadline, dude, I think that's malpractice. I really do.
I 100%
What is she
agree.
doing back there?
Never know what she's doing. No, I agree. It is malpractice to keep Vuce here because you're trying to be stubborn.
It's also really disrespectful to him.
Yes, man. And his career, just going to let him waste his time spinning his wheels here. Let him go out there and flourish, man. Let him be a peacock. He's got to fly. Yeah, man, trade him. He's got to go. Lonzo, yes, trade him as well. Get what you can. You must restock the cupboards. Getting second-round picks also gives you flexibility as far as making other moves. Like, you have to see the value in these things, man. Teams know where you're at. They know where the Bulls stand, all right? So you can't go out there, trying to fool somebody. They know all your moves, all right? So you tried to get the first-round pick. You waited. You know what I mean? Wait as long as you could. You're like, oh, man. Okay, they don't want to give it up. Now you have to say, okay, let's get back to this negotiating table. Let's talk. What amount of picks are you willing to give me now? As far as we're talking about Vuce, as far as we're talking about Lonzo. There's no reason for these guys to still be here after the trade deadline, man. So if you're really fully committed to starting over and rebuilding and analyzing the young guys that you got on your team, then there's no reason for them guys to be here. Bite the bullet, get what you can, and let's move on, please. Please.
So let me point something.
Please.
Let me point something out.
Por favor.
I apologize. Who was the Lakers player that went to Brooklyn?
I'm looking right at him. Point guard, D'Angelo Russell.
Yes. So remember, I kind of threw out that if you looked at two salaries that matched up, and one was an expiring contract, it was D'Angelo Russell.
Mm-hmm.
And we're asking ourselves, why wouldn't you make that trade now?
Mm-hmm.
Why wait? So I think what we need to do is pump the brakes a little bit on that one.
Okay.
Because if you go back and you read the breakdown of how the Lakers made that trade, they basically said this started a month ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Luka and AD thing?
Remember, because they basically
at least several weeks, yeah.
Because if you go back and start reading all the stories and putting the pieces together, like Pelinka was quoted as saying, I thought this was all, basically he said, I thought this was BS.
Right.
When they threw out the idea, I was like, really? Because,
Correct response.
everybody's inclination was they were looking for a center so that AT could technically move over to power forward.
Right.
So that's why you're like, why are the Lakers and the Bulls not making this trade? Because it's exactly what the Bulls are looking for.
Yeah.
An expiring contract. Everybody's like, well, you got a bunch of guards. At that point, you don't care.
You don't care. Right.
Right? So
I think you just connected some dots, Will. It could be that the reason that Lakers Vuce trade didn't go down is because they were still waiting out and saying, this Luka thing might be real.
But my point is that we want to point the finger at AK for not doing this because we're like, it seems perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But at that point, Pelinka was probably like, is this really going to happen? Because if I go ahead and do this Vuce trade, that takes that off the table. But this seems to be real. But, you always talk about what your parents say. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And then all of a sudden, everybody's like, what did I just read? Luka went where?
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
You got to be bleeping me. It's wild, man. And
We'll see, man.
I want to point out, we are 7 likes away from 300.
Oh.
7.
Goodness. Well,
7.
Well, we maybe
ding, ding,
6.
ding,
well,
ding,
maybe
ding,
get
Let's
there.
go.
Let cue up some super chats, Katie, so we can shout out those super chats, and then we'll call it a night. Shout out, Caitlin Cox, our
Oh,
guy.
Alaska.
Taylor, what up, boy?
Threw some super chat and then said, forgot to write my comment. Mon is making my jersey purchase look like a wise one. Sorry, man, about giving Jerry more money. Hey,
That's a good one.
love you too, Caitlin. Hey, you get that modest jersey. If this team
Caitlin.
earns my trust back
good.
a little bit at
That was
a
good.
certain point where I'm comfortable spending, Modest's jersey's the first thing I'm buying, y'all. They got to earn it first. Not Modest. They got to earn it. I would pay Modest Buzelis for a Modest Buzelis jersey. I wonder if I could do that.
Oh, man.
Sure.
Just keep the money out of their pocket.
But I think
Give it
more
to Modest.
importantly is
Katie, you
Kimberly's
know
super
good.
check. Because Kimberly's right. Io deserves a little. We didn't really even mention
I
it.
know.
Yeah, Io had a
we didn't
great
get to
game,
Io.
man.
He also had a very strong game tonight.
Yes, he did.
20-something points and 9 dimes.
Yeah, man.
Stellar defense.
Vicious
Yeah.
dunk, too.
Kimberly saying he held Hero to 5
And
field goals.
mentioning Io, you know what I caught myself doing now when he catches the ball and shoots a 3? You're actually surprised when he misses.
It's not he started cold. this season.
Right.
But we watched him have a 40% three-point shooting season last year. So we know that shooter's there. And recently, his shots started to come back around. So I'm starting to feel like that again with Io.
Oh, man.
What are you guys having
So
giggly conversation?
Go
No,
ahead,
let's
Katie.
finish our super chat.
Oh, you want to finish
first.
the chats? Go ahead.
Sonny
Shout out to
Lamont,
Sonny.
super chat saying hello from Alaska. Hey,
Hello.
hope you're warm. Go
Yes.
Bulls, says
Shout
Sonny. Jimmy Lit World with super chat saying this is for you, Katie. Boozy for Goon of the night.
Yes, sir.
Not if you call him that. Well, I mean, Boozy Vert. No, we can do better. Also,
You
Jimmy
said you
Lit
didn't put the
World
vert
saying
in.
Billy played 40 chess, y'all. He took Modest out of the game in the final minutes to keep his field goal percentage at 100. Oh, I love that one. Any others? Did we get to them all?
Is there any
Katie?
more, Katie?
No, that's all the supers. I have something to tell you, Matt.
Yeah, she does have something to tell you.
So after we hit 200 likes, I really wanted 300 likes.
What did you agree that I would do?
I said if
Right
we
there,
get
man.
300, Matt will twerk.
No.
Are we at
No, I'm not
300?
twerking.
We're at 316. Matt, I made the people a promise. We can't lie
Well,
to
You
them.
made it for me on
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
behalf.
we
That's
can't
not what
lie to
happened
them.
with you and your singing of the Empire.
That is a
You
fact.
agreed to that.
Actually,
Well,
she
I
demanded.
think how it works is she made that promise on your behalf and you renege on that promise, then she has to fulfill the promise.
Actually,
Mm.
Will, the people are calling for you to twerk now.
Uncle Will twerk. Just keep passing
Hey.
this buck around.
A, they don't pay me enough, and B, I'll throw my back out.
So you've tried.
And then I'll be pissed because I can't swing a golf club tomorrow.
Will, I had
there.
icy hot patches on my lower back all last week. Okay, so excuse revoked.
Yeah, but that
Oh,
also
man.
was self-induced.
It's partly.
Partly.
My back was starting to hurt, and then I did something that made it worse. But it just started to hurt on its own because I'm old.
What? But
Too old to be twerking on live YouTube.
Too old to be talking on live YouTube is correct.
Also, a little too mature. Not too mature by a lot, just a little too mature.
I don't
Really,
know.
Matt?
No, I was with you to that. Yeah.
that's pushing it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? He's trying to act like modest.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
My parents told me I'm mature.
They told him that.
That's right. I don't think my parents have ever said that to me. If I was like, hey, you should probably grow up.
I don't
I don't want to. Peter Pan looks like he has fun. Oh, Force Within. Don't even joke about that.
Oh,
Force Within said 300 likes and Matt never wears Birks again.
that got serious.
No.
Hold on, man.
It got up to 40, 45 degrees the other day. I thought about busting him out.
Oh man, the games almost came out.
Usually the rule is 50 and above.
Yeah, usually.
Okay.
Usually that's the rule.
But,
But it was just we were here late and I knew what the low was gonna be. So I couldn't do that. You know what I mean?
Believer saying, Matt, you have to, or else we will have trust issues with Katie. Hey, that's on y'all and that's
Seriously.
on Katie.
Seriously.
Because she put words in my mouth.
Yeah, man.
Matt,
She didn't even put words in your mouth.
Yeah.
why are you hurting my relationship with the people?
I'm not
Damn.
trying to.
You know what?
Damn,
You know what
that
this?
ain't right.
Am I on the
That
hot
ain't
seat? Is Matt trying to fire me? Is that what's happening right now?
No,
No.
right.
this is what happens when you assume. Because right now you're making an ass out of yourself and Peck.
But
It's
I
true.
make no.
This is true.
It's a twerking ass out of Matt and myself.
Are any of these words you're saying words that are
What?
gonna get us in trouble?
No,
I
I
don't think so.
no, I would tell you. No.
What's the
Quaff
word?
In the comments. Who I
What's
hope
the word?
I hope that YouTube user's name is in honor of our guy Will the Goat, aka the Quaff.
Well, of course.
Who said the beginning of Peck's OnlyFans career? Nobody wants that.
What would you do on the OnlyFans, man?
He,
I don't-
he
I-
can't
I'll
You
tell
know,
you.
anything.
I think we should end the show.
I would probably
I'm serious.
like yell out Jerry Reinsdorf and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you want to see some cool Magic the Gathering cards?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
you want to see my autographed Will Perdue card from
Exactly.
1993?
Yeah, I knew where this was going, Kate. That's why I asked the question. I
There
got
would
this.
be no nudity.
Right, at all, ever. You know what I mean?
You guys want to watch me eat a beef sandwich? That would be the
that
closest
would
to
be it.
Fetishville that, like, if people get
Hey,
off on that
he's
somehow.
right.
We need to cut this off because he's about to go over the edge.
yeah, I'm saying we gotta
Because
end the show.
what he's saying and thinking, there's some weirdos out there, man.
All right.
Not to judge if you get
Not
off
to
on
judge.
beef sandwiches.
Do your thing, man.
I'm
You're
just saying,
you're gonna
like,
get a text tomorrow about beef sandwiches. You'll be like, who sent this?
From an unknown number?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Matt, you've done it on camera already. Eating a beef sandwich, not twerk.
Oh, yeah.
Twice.
I don't recall twerking at
That's
the
what I'm
office.
saying. You do it for free. That you can't make people pay for it if you've already done it for free.
Oh, that's not true at all.
What if I threatened to take it away?
Yeah, exactly.
What, you want me to just entertain y'all by scarfing beef sandwiches on
Look,
this
I was
program?
doing Goon of the Night for free for years, and then Katie walked in and was like, "You don't give me more likes. You ain't getting no Goon of the Night."
That's right.
All right? So, yeah, it can be monetized any kind of way.
See what I see? I told you. See what you started?
Oh, God. we gotta wrap it up. and
This
get
is
outta
the
here.
direction the show
Don't say
needs
that
to
word.
go.
Don't say that word.
Oh, man.
Thank you for joining us
you
tonight.
Kink shame my beef sandwich. I told you.
You put it on the screen.
Follow Uncle Will, 4-time champ, Will_Perdue 32. Big Dave's a pal, BWL Sports. I'm Bulls
I'm gonna get a beef
_Peck.
sandwich on the way.
We are at CHGO _Bulls. Shout out to our
I'll
creative
pass.
controls, the one and only Katie Duffy,
Yes.
hanging in there. We are back tomorrow. Second night of a back-to-back. Tip-off, 7 p.m. Central. Bulls, Wolves. We will be here for pregame live at 6:30.
Yeah.
Our guy Drew for the Bigs. Got to come hang out with us.
Come hang, baby.
So join us then. We will see you then. Have a great night. Have a great start to your Wednesday.
Yeah.
See you right. Be good.
Peace. Love y'all.
Beef sandwich.
Oh, shit.
We all silly like the mayor.